Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video. My name is RichaadEB, and today I'm going to be taking you through my PPL Division 2 Season 3 Week 10 game against my rival, the one and only Evelyn H2O Drink It of the Herdier Bremen, aka Bremen Club. Now, for those of you who haven't realized, yes, I'm back and uploading my PPL matches. They're super duper late. This season finished like before Sun and Moon came out, but it's the principle. I want to upload these videos even if they are like 3 months late. So, real quick before we get into this game, firstly you can see this is on Showdown because Evelyn's DS was messed up and also we were really behind schedule at this point, so we wanted to battle. But real quick, the teams that could be brought to this game. Going into this match, I was 3 and 5. Yep. Nope. 4? 3 and 5? 4 and 5? What week was this? Week 10? 4 and 5. I was 4 and 5. And I was hoping, because I had 2 games left in the season, that's right, I was 4 and 5 because I wanted to finish the season with a positive win record for Pittsburgh Pirattatas. Would be awesome. If I could finish 6 and 5, that'd be sweet. But that meant I had to win both my last 2 games, so yeah, I was going to be playing Evelyn for this week of week 10. And currently I've played Evelyn twice in draft format in PPL history. And we are 1-1 at the minute. I beat her once and she beat me once. So this is kind of the decider as to who is the better player in draft format, as it were. So the teams that could potentially be brought to this match, my team that was the Pittsburgh Pirattatas were Garchomp, Ferrothorn, Keldeo, Entei, Heliolisk, Mega Sableye, Skuntank, Cresselia, Spinder, and Raticate. And Herdier Bremen, Evelyn could potentially bring to this match Togekiss, Kieran Black, Zoroark, Tangrowth, Slowbro, Nidoking, Meloetta, Escavalier, and Tentacruel. So some annoying things on her side. Togekiss flinching everything to death is not fun. Kieran Black does an ow. I hate Zoroark buying games. The regen core of Tangrowth and Slowbro is pretty ew. Nidoking is an ow for everything. Meloetta is a bit tricksy. Escavalier hits like a truck, and Tentacruel is okay, I guess. So there's some things I really didn't want to face on that side. But real quick, the team that I brought to this game, as I mentioned in my last video that I put up as well, going to be no team builders for these remaining videos, because who cares at this point. I'm just going to have a real quick rundown of my team. Going to try and make it quicker than last video as well. Firstly, I've got my Assault Vest Heliolisk with max special attack, 228 speed, timid, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Hyper Voice, Dark Pulse. It's a pretty solid switch into the Slowbro, aside from Psyshock. Allows me to switch into Togekiss pretty well as well with the Assault Vest, and I can throw in both those things with a Thunderbolt, which is pretty neato. Next, I've got probably the memeiest set on the team, and that is a Sub-Calm Mind Entei with the leftovers, max special attack, 220 in speed with a timid nature, Sub-Calm Mind, Shadow Ball, and Fire Blast. It actually does pretty well to her team, and I think she's going to be bringing a physically defensive Slowbro to try and switch into that Entei, so that's why I've brought a special one. If I get up, I think it's either 3 Calm Minds, I think it's 3. She can't actually break my sub with a Scald, which is cool, so there's that. And the combination of Shadow Ball and Fire Blast kind of annihilates the whole of her team, so that's always good. Not much can switch into it safely, which is pretty decent for me. The next one on the team I've got is an Ockerberry Ferrothorn with max HP 132 attack, 124 special defense with a sassy nature, Durable, Stealth Rock, Toxic, and Power Whip. Durable for that Kieran Black because I don't like Kieran Black and I want it dead. And it does decently well against most things. I've also got those rocks because after rocks, Kieran Black dies to a durable regardless of its set. The Toxic to try and wear down the bulkier things like Tangrowth and Slowbro would be great. And Power Whip to try and do a bit of nice damage for ones like the Slowbro would be great. Next on the team, I'm bringing Raticate. With Flame Orb, with Guts, 12 HP, max attack, 244 speed, Jolly, with Protect, Facade, Flame Wheel, and Quick Attack, with Guts, obviously. Now, this guy actually does a lot of damage to everything. It OHKOs the Zoroark and the Nidoking, and 2-shots everything else that isn't physically defensive. I have a chance to 2-shot a physically defensive Slowbro, but I'd have to get 2 high rolls with no leftovers in order to do so. But it's still a chance to 2-shot a physically defensive Slowbro, so I'm not complaining. Raticate actually does a lot of damage, and I outspeed everything that isn't a max speed Zoroark or a max speed Tentacruel or Scarfed, which is pretty cool. So Raticate hopefully doing some work this week. Also Quick Attack for a bit of nice priority. Next one is Colberberry Cresselia, max HP, 148 Spadef and 108 Speed, Calm Nature, Moonlight, Psyshock, HP Fire and Moonblast, HP Fire for that is Scavalier, combination of Psyshock and Moonblast to hit the likes of the Zoroark and the Nidoking, hopefully not giving either of them a free switch in would be great. And also Psyshock for the Tentacruel as well. Last one on the team is Life Orb Keldeo, with 20 in HP, max special attack, and 236 in speed, Timid Nature, Secret Sword, Hydro Pump, HP Bug, and Taunt. Taunt for the likes of the slower things that might want to do some statusy things like the Slowbro, Toxicking, or Tangrowth, or general things like that, or Kieran Black going for a sub, or like Togekiss going for Nasty Plot or something. Who knows? That's why I brought Taunt, I think. But the combination of Hydro Pump, Secret Sword, HP Bug kinda hits everything on her team, at least neutrally, apart from the Tentacruel is the only thing I can't hit neutrally, but Secret Sword still does a really nice amount of that if it's not physically defensive, so I'm okay with that. So that is the team that I have brought, and you can see Evelyn has opted to bring Togekiss, Meloetta, Slowbro, Tangrowth, Nidoking, and Zoroark. So I know I want to get rocks up at some point because they're going to help me determine what the Zoroark is. If the Zoroark is disguised as the Nidoking, for example, or the Togekiss, then I can tell from Stealth Rock damage what is a Zoroark and what isn't. And I can see there's no Kieran Black. Yay. So that makes me very happy. No Escavalier, no Tentacruel. I'm okay with those things. So without any further ado, let's get right into this match and let's see how it goes. So, I'm going to lead with my Heliolisk as Evelyn decides to lead with her Meloetta. I'm just going to go for a Volt Switch on the first turn, doing a solid amount of damage to this Meloetta. And I'm going to go straight on out into my Cresselia, as she's going to go for a Hyper Voice and not do that much damage. Now, she's going to make a very good play on this turn and go for the Substitute. I was expecting a switch out knowing that she can't really touch me, so I'm going to go for a Moonlight to get back to full HP. But now this Meloetta is behind a Substitute, and I know I cannot break this sub in one hit with my Crest, so I'm going to switch back out into my Heliolisk, knowing that I can take a hit with my Assault Vest. In comes the Hyper Voice, and I'm okay with that. Now, I could go for a Hyper Voice here, but I'm going to elect not to. I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse to actually break the Substitute, because a Hyper Voice would not kill, and I don't want her staying behind that Substitute. She comes in with another Hyper Voice, going to do a nice amount of damage to my Heliolisk. Now I'm actually going to go for another Dark Pulse as she switches out into her Togekiss, trying to pick off that Meloetta, but she's not having any of that. Now she's going to reveal that her Togekiss is Scarfed, as she's going to go for the Baton Pass, out into her Tangrowth, as I'm actually going to go for a Thunderbolt. Now this, I can't touch this Tangrowth, so I'm going to Volt Switch out, and I'm going to go straight on out into my Ferrothorn here, as she's going to go for the Earthquake and do not much damage because I am a Ferrothorn. Now in comes the HP Fire, I expected it, that's why I packed the Ockerberry. Not going to do much damage, and I'm going to drop a Toxic on this Tangrowth, which is great for me. Wearing down a thing like a Tangrowth is awesome. Now I'm going to switch out into my Entei, expecting another HP Fire, and that's exactly what she goes for, which is great. Now, expecting her to be scared of a Fire move, I'm going to pop a Substitute and see if I can start Calm Minding up with this Entei. She's going to pull a switch out into her Slowbro as expected. Now I'm going to go for a Calm Mind and see if I can get some things going with Entei here. So in comes the Calm Mind, I'm at +1/+1, and she's going to go for the Scald and be able to break my Substitute as expected. Now, I go for a Shadow Ball to see how much I can do. 67%! That did a lot of damage. I'm very happy with that. Scald comes in at +1 Spadef. I can take it comfortably, but I cannot take another one. The last one did 47, and I'm on 46. But now she's going to switch to preserve her Slowbro, and I see that coming, and I'm going to go for a Substitute, allow me to get off one more hit against something. But this Togekiss is Scarfed, so it's going to be able to outspeed and Air Slash break my Substitute. So I'm going to come in with a Fire Blast and do a lot of damage. 61% to a Togekiss is nothing to sneeze at right there. And now I'm going to switch out my Entei, not wanting to let it die, and I'm going to switch out to my Heliolisk, kind of forgetting this thing was Scarfed, because I know I could take one Air Slash, but I forgot she's going to then outspeed me and, you know, kill me with another Air Slash, but that's not the point. Heliolisk goes down, and now I bring in Cresselia, knowing I can absolutely tank these Air Slashes, but she flinches me. But, you know, it's whatever, because all I need to do really is get off a couple of Moonblasts, and this thing's dead, and I'd be very happy with it, but she flinches me again. And she's going to go for another Air Slash, and this time, she doesn't flinch me. I'm going to get off a Moonlight, and I'm going to get back to good HP, which is nice. I do not want this thing dying to just be flinched to death. That would be very less than ideal, and she flinches me again, which is great. All I'm trying to do is Moonblast at this point. Another Air Slash again, and there's the Moonblast! Yay! And I get a special attack drop. Awesome! Now she just crits me because I got the special attack drop and flinches. Crit flinch, awesome. I'm really hoping I can live this next one at -1. I cannot live on 1%. Do I flinch? No. Cresselia is an absolute monster, and we get Moonlight back to good amount of HP, which is great. Now she's going to try and preserve her Togekiss, going out into her Slowbro, and I'm going to Moonlight back to full with my Crest, which is great. Now I'm in against the Slowbro and I can't touch it, so I'm going to switch on out into my Keldeo as she drops a Toxic. I'm okay with that, because it's a Keldeo. I don't really mind. Now she's going to switch on out into her Tangrowth as I'm going to fire off an HP Bug, and we can do not much damage. It's okay. Would have liked a bit more, but it's not bad from Keldeo here. But now obviously this Tangrowth can do a lot of damage to me and I can't do much back, so I'm going to switch on out into my Entei. But she sees that one coming a mile away, and she's going to go back into her Slowbro. Great switch. Great switch. There we go. I can speak English, I promise. Great switch on her part, and I'm going to switch back into my Keldeo as she is going to double once again back out into her Meloetta. Now I'm just going to stay in at this point. I'm sick of the doubles, so I'm just going to stay in and fire off a Hydro Pump, doing a lot of damage to this Meloetta, but she is going to be able to drop me with a Dazzling Gleam, and down goes Keldeo. So she's up 6-4 at this point, but I've still got a few things in the back that can do a lot of damage to her team. For example, this Raticate. So I'm just going to come in, go for a Facade, outspeed the Meloetta and drop it, and Raticate picks up its first kill. And I get burned by the Flame Orb, so now I have the Guts, which is great. Now I want to see how much damage I can do to the Slowbro. 46%. Nice. But she has Drain Punch. What? That's a Slowbro with Drain Punch. So I just got completely out-memed at that point. So that's a bit unfortunate. Now I'm going to switch out to my Ferrothorn, knowing I can easily take a Drain Punch, and I'm going to get some Iron Barbs back on her to kind of negate her recovery that she got off the Drain Punch, which is pretty damn nice. Now in comes the Tangrowth once again as I'm going to get up Rocks, which is great, helping me to try and wear down that Togekiss, and I can potentially see if the Zoroark is in disguise as a Nidoking, which is what I'm expecting at this point, honestly. I'm just going to go for a Gyro Ball and try and get a bit of damage off on Tangrowth, just sacking it at this point to try and wear it down. Hidden Power Fire comes in, knocks out my Ferrothorn, but this Tangrowth is getting very worn down from the Toxic, which is great. Now I'm going to bring in my Raticate once again, and she does not have a safe switch in, so I'm just going to drop this Tangrowth with a Facade. Raticate picking up its second kill. Hell yeah. Go, Gadget Raticate. Now Slowbro comes in. I don't have many hits left in this Raticate, so I'm just going to go for a Facade. 47% off that roll, which is not bad. In comes the Drain Punch, and Raticate's going to drop. But doing a hefty amount of damage to that Slowbro. 47% to a physically defensive Slowbro. Nothing to laugh at right there. Well done, Raticate. You did well. Now I'm going to bring in my Entei once again, and predicting her to try and want to preserve her Slowbro and switch out. I'm going to go for a Substitute. I can tell this is a Zoroark, by the way, by the Stealth Rock damage, which was why I wanted to get up Stealth Rocks in the first place. In comes a Dark Pulse, and I'm going to miss my Fire Blast on the Zoroark, which is a bit unfortunate. Now she is actually just going to go for a Nasty Plot, hoping that she could take a Fire Blast, and that's exactly what I go for, but I miss again. And at this point in the chat, she was like, I just want to see if I can take one at this point, so she's just going to go for another Nasty Plot, get up to +4, as I go for a Fire Blast. I connect this time, and I crit her. So, who knows whether I would have killed or not. I haven't run the calcs, but you know, Zoroark dies, which is cool. So now I'm getting back to a decent amount of HP. In comes the actual Nidoking, and I'm going to switch on out and go out into my Cresselia, expecting the Earth Power, knowing I can't knock it out with one hit. As the Earth Power does come in, which is very nice, now she's going to switch out with her Nidoking and go on out into her Slowbro, expecting the Psychic move, which is exactly what I go for. Psy Shock coming in. Not doing anything to the Slowbro whatsoever. Now I'm going to fire off a Moonblast, do still not much damage, and she's going to unfortunately drop a Toxic on my Cresselia, so it's not looking good for me at this point. I'm going to go for another Moonblast, drop it down, get a special attack drop, which is very nice indeed, as she comes in with a Scald, going to be doing pretty much nothing. And now she's going to switch out her Slowbro, try and get some regen back, go on out into her Nidoking, and I'd love to say I predicted this and go for the Psy Shock, but I didn't. But I do crit her with the Moonblast, which is cool. And now she's going to double again, playing me like an absolute fiddle. She's going to go back into her Slowbro as I go for the Psy Shock and do absolutely no damage. And I'm very slowly getting worn down from Toxic. I say very slowly, now very quickly getting worn down from Toxic. I'm going to go for the Psy Shock, expecting the Nidoking switch once again, but it doesn't happen. Scald plus Toxic is going to take down my Cresselia, and all I've got left is my Entei. And unfortunately, she has a Scarf Togekiss and what is revealed to be a Scarfed Nidoking in the back. I'm going to go for a Substitute, hoping she was going to switch and try and preserve her Slowbro for differential sake, but she doesn't. She's more clever than that, and she's going to be able to break my sub. Now I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball and knock out this Slowbro, which is cool. Entei getting a kill, yay. but now she's got Togekiss and Nidoking, both of which are Scarfed, both of which outspeed my Entei, and both of which can knock me out with one hit. So in comes the Nidoking, goes for the Earth Power, knocks out my Entei, and that is a 2-0 loss against Evelyn, H2 Drinket, and the Herdier Bremen. So that was a fun match. Thank you very much, Evelyn, for that game. That was great. A couple of Scarfers screw me over there, but hey, Subcon Mind Entei almost did a thing, and Raticate did a couple things as well. Got a couple kills, so I'm happy with that performance overall. Few misplays on my part, and a few predictions I should have seen coming, but other than that, it was okay. 51 turn match. I'm okay with that. Yeah, it was a bit fun match. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Evelyn, for that game. Good game, my friend, and unfortunately, Evelyn goes 2-1 up in our little series that we had. But yeah, that is going to be it for week 10 of PPL Division 2 Season 3. Last game of the season that will be uploaded next will be my week 11 game against Ruby Maru and the Cleveland Bros. And if I win that game, then I'm going to be able to break my PPL record of finishing the season with 4-7. If I win that game, I'm going to be 5-6, because at this point in the season I'm 5-5. 5-5? Is that right? 3-5. No, I was 3-6. I can't remember. No, I was 3-6 now. That doesn't make sense. So I was 3-6. Now I'm 3-7. So what I wanted to do was win the last match of the season to continue my record of finishing 4-7 in PPL. Every season so far, I have finished 4-7. So I wanted to continue that trend by winning my Week 11 game. There we go. I remembered it. It was months ago, and I still remember it. I'm so good at this game. But yeah, tune in for the next one, the next video, which will be the last game of the season. Finally, I will have caught up with everything against Ruby Mario. Links will be down below in the description to Evelyn and her stuff. Make sure to go click those things and check her out, because she's great. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like on the video. You can, of course, subscribe for more content, and hopefully I'll see you guys sometime soon. Toodaloo.